Hey everyone, it's Teacher Josh here to tell you the Passover story. So listen and sing along with the songs. Long ago, a cruel king called Pharaoh ruled the land of Egypt. He made the Jewish people who lived there his slaves. They had to work very hard building cities and palaces for Pharaoh. I need people to work for me, said Pharaoh, for free, because I don't want to pay them. I will make the Jewish people my slaves. And the Jews were hungry and tired, and to make their work easier, they sang songs. Let's pretend that we are working and singing with them. Get your hammers ready and get your shovels ready. Here we go. Bang, 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 hold your hammers low. Bang, 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 give a heavy blow. For it's work, 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 every day and every night. For it's work, 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 when it's dark and when it's light. Get your shovels, dig, 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 dig your shovels deep. Dig, 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 there's no time for sleep. For it's work, 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 every day and every night. For it's work, 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 when it's dark and when it's light. Pharaoh was especially mean to Jewish children, and one mother, Yocheved, hid her baby in a basket on the riverbank so Pharaoh would not find him. When Pharaoh's daughter, the princess, came down to the river to bathe, she found the baby and decided to take him to the palace. The princess said, "Look, it's a baby. I've always wanted a baby, and I'll name him Moses because I brought him out of the river." Miriam, the baby's sister, saw the princess rescue her brother and asked if she needed a nurse for the baby. And Miriam said to the princess, "Do you need a nurse for the baby?" And the princess said, "Why, yes, I do." And Miriam said, "I know just the person." So Miriam went back to her mother and told her mother that the princess needed a nurse for the baby. And so it happened that Yocheved was able to care for her son in the palace and teach him about his people. Where is baby Moses? Moses, Moses. Where is baby Moses? He's on the river Nile. He's floating in a basket, a basket, a basket. He's floating in a basket on the river Nile. The princess, she went swimming, swimming, swimming. The princess, she went swimming on the river Nile. The princess, she did save him, save him, save him. The princess, she did save him from the river Nile. He grew up in the palace, the palace, the palace. He grew up in the palace by the river Nile. Moses grew up in Pharaoh's palace, but he could not bear to watch the suffering of the Jewish slaves. And he said, "I don't like watching the Jewish slaves work because it makes me upset. So I am leaving." And so Moses left Egypt and became a shepherd in a faraway land. One day, when Moses was taking care of his sheep, he saw a burning bush and heard God's voice coming through the bush. God told Moses to go back to Egypt to free the Jewish slaves and take them away from mean, cruel old Pharaoh. So Moses returned to Egypt, and he went to see Pharaoh, and he told him. He walked up to Pharaoh and said, "Pharaoh, let my people go." And And Pharaoh said, "No, no, no. I will not let them go." "Oh, listen, oh, listen, oh, listen, King Pharaoh. Oh, listen, oh, listen, please let my people go. They want to go away. They work so hard all day. King Pharaoh, King Pharaoh, what do you say?" "No, no, no, I will not let them go. No, 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 I will not let them go." God was angry with the Pharaoh and punished him 10 times for not letting the Jewish people go. And these punishments were called the plagues. There were insects that covered the land, and storms of thunder and hail, and days of darkness. And of course, there were frogs hopping everywhere. One day when Pharaoh woke from his bed, there were frogs in his bed and frogs on his head, frogs on his nose and frogs on his toes. Frogs here, frogs there, frogs were jumping everywhere. One day when Pharaoh woke from his bed, there were frogs in his bed and frogs on his head, frogs on his nose and frogs on his toes. Frogs here, frogs there, frogs were jumping everywhere. Each plague frightened Pharaoh, and finally he agreed to let the Jewish people go. "Fine, go," said the Pharaoh, and the people got ready very quickly before the Pharaoh could change his mind. The Jewish people said, "We don't even have time to bake bread." So they put the raw dough on their backs, and the sun baked it into hard crackers called matzah. And Moses said, "Follow me." And the people followed Moses to the Red Sea. But by this time, the Pharaoh had changed his mind and said, "Oh, I need the Jewish people to be slaves." So the Pharaoh got his army together and he chased after the Jewish people. And God told Moses to hold up his walking stick. And when he did, a strong wind parted the sea, and the people were able to walk across on dry land. And when all the Jewish people walked across, the sea closed, and Pharaoh and his army were unable to cross the sea. When the people were safely out of Egypt, Moses said, "Let's sing songs of thanks to God. And let's sing a song about how happy we are to be free." Ilu hotzianu mi Mitzrayim hotzianu dayenu 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 Ilu natan lanu et chatora natan lanu et chatora dayenu 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 dayenu